2025 Lancaster Archery Classic from the Spooky Sports Complex in Mannheim, Pennsylvania. And it is chilly outside. It's the largest indoor archery tournament on the East Coast. And we are getting ready for our Women's Open category, a compound division. I'm Greg White, sitting next to Dan Yazza, two-time USA Archery Field National Champion. And we are talking archery, and it is an exciting day that we have on a range that's 18 meters from where the archers stand to where the arrows land. The crowd has filled up this arena, and Dan, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about our shoot-up format. So as we talk about, 4 shooters have worked their way to our shoot-up format. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so the top 4 archers qualify here. So the way this works is you shoot your qualifying round on either Thursday or Friday, ranks you into a bracket, and then you shoot down from there like a regular, like March Madness type bracket. And then from there, once you get to the top 4, they add up all your scores from the day, and they reseed you based on how many points you scored through the weekend. So top archers are going to be number 1 and 2, 3, 4, and then on the shoot up format, your number 4 is going to shoot against number 3. Whoever wins that shoots against number 2. Whoever wins that shoots against number 1.
And one of the things we have in these final shoot-ups is a 12 ring. That's a 1.5 centimeter white dot that sits down there, and it's worth 12 points, but you got to call it. The maximum points we can score per these rounds is 136, but you only get 1 chance per end to call those arrows. Now, let's get to introducing our archers to the field of play. Let's go to an Olympian who's going to bring it to us.
All right, guys, we're going to get started with the next division. Let's give a warm welcome to the Women's Open Division. Our first competitor is Matteja Metcalf from Redmont, South Carolina. She has won several ASAs and started shooting at a birthday party. Let's give her a big old round of applause, crowd. And coming next, we have Jennifer Winsenne from Stockholm, Sweden. She holds 12 Swedish national records. Let's give her a big round of applause.
All right, this ought to be an exciting match. It's good to see Jennifer here. Met her actually a few months ago at the GT Open. And you'll learn that she's shooting with a Matthews. But interestingly enough, being here, they give out prizes, like door prizes. And she actually was able to win herself a brand new Hoyt Concept X.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I believe she's going to be changing bows up here real soon after she takes delivery of that one. But very talented young shooter, only been shooting for about 3.5 years or so. And is traveled all the way over here to check out this tournament. So,
yeah, looking at the scores from where they shot in qualifications, Matteja shot, let's see, where was she at? She was at a 614, and Jennifer was at a 637 qualifying score.
Mm-hmm. And so, like Dan had mentioned, that total accumulation, every single arrow you shoot at this tournament makes a difference if you get to this stage. Shoot up format, there's your number 4 qualifier with the first arrow, and it's a 10. Don't forget that innermost ring is worth 11 points here at the Lancaster Archery Classic.
10. Both start off with a 10 here. If you watch them shooting, Matteja's got a command style shot, so she's waiting for that dot to get right in the very middle of the target, and then she's pushing the button. And Jennifer's shooting a hinge release, so she's got more of a surprise release where she just rotates that release or pulls into it until the sear goes past the hook and it lets the string go. So 2 completely different styles of shooting the release.
10.
Got a couple pair of 10s here to start off with.
Mm-hmm. This is Women's Open. It's an amateur division. You can choose to shoot in the pro category if you get here. But this is a perfect place to start.
And for Jennifer to be here after only shooting for 3.5 years is quite an accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
And she ties it up with another 11 there, so we got 31 points for each of them. Let's go to Casey.
Tell me a little bit about your setup. What are you shooting today?
So I have my Matthews Titles 36. I'm running my Excel sight, a Trinity Rest, my Conquest stabilizers.
And how about arrows, string, and nocks?
My strings are from my guy back home. My arrows are PS23 Black Eagle.
Very nice. Well, you're shooting it well. Congratulations on making it to the stage. And Jennifer, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very good, thank you.
Tell me a little bit about what you're shooting here.
I'm shooting a Matthews TRX 40 with some Bee Stinger stabilizers and a Shibuya sight. Yeah, a gold tip arrows too. And my string is from Flex. Don't change it.
Okay. And is this your first time at the Classic?
Yeah, this is my first time.
Well, welcome. Congratulations on making it to the stage. All right, after the first end, we have a tie game, 31-31. Let's give these ladies a round of applause.
When I talked to Jennifer before the match, she said, I think I'm going to be more nervous just speaking, like getting the interview, than I am about shooting, but maybe Casey can touch on that one. All right, so they're just kind of running through the rules on who gets to shoot first. So it's tied up at 31 apiece. So that means that Metcalf should be shooting first.
So Matteja, you see she turned on a light on her sight. So with this format, you're allowed to run a light. So if you're running a fiber optic sight, you can turn a light and make the pin light up. Jennifer, coming from overseas, most of the World Archery stuff, you're not allowed to shoot with any kind of electronics on it. So she's probably shooting a dot or a fiber with no light in it. So
yeah, makes a lot of sense. When I met her at the GT Open, it was the second round of the World Archery's indoor.
11.
Leading off there with a couple 11s. Now it's quiet enough here, you can actually hear her release click. So on a hinge release, you've got a couple different options where you can have a smooth sear where you could just roll it, it falls off the edge of the sear with no noise, or you can have a click on it, which kind of gives you a reference point to get to every single time whenever you go to shoot, pull into the click, and then you can execute your shot. So yeah, it's quiet enough you can actually hear it click.
All right, just a little bit with the clock. And Jennifer, actually, with her World Archery experience, knows enough not to get after it, is going to wait for those buzzers to go. You can see that 30 seconds.
There we go.
Yep.
Now it's green, she can shoot. Now if you listen real close, hear that click.
That click right there, yeah.
9.
Another 9.
Just hasn't been able to find it. Let's go to Casey.
How's it feel being up on the stage here?
Feels very good, a bit nervous, but it's fine.
Now, for something like this, you know, there's a big crowd, you got the lights, you got the cameras, everything. How do you prepare for it?
I don't. I just go up and do it.
Sometimes you just gotta throw yourself in there. I get it. Now, Matteja, do you have anybody watching at home that you want to say hi to back in South Carolina?
Yes, my mom and my baby brother.
Very nice. And they support you with archery and everything? Huge supporters?
Oh yeah, 110%.
Awesome. Well, let's see. After the second end, we have Jennifer with 60 and Matteja at 64.
I love the fact that she started shooting at a birthday party. Now, you know, it was 10 years ago, so that would make a lot of sense. But if you're watching this and you want to add some comments to the comment section, tell us, where did you first shoot a bow? Was it a birthday party? Was it camp? Was it, you know, maybe at a local shop?
Where'd you first shoot a bow?
I actually first shot a bow when I was 12 years old in California at a shop.
11.
I wanted to get involved in shooting sports, and my parents felt that archery was a good way to do it. So I was able to shoot for about 3 months. Then we moved from that part of the country, and I didn't shoot again until I was older than you.
Matteja's throwing down here. She's 4 straight 11s. She's getting some confidence in her and being able to go through her shot process and just nail these things.
She's built for the spotlight.
11.
There's another
Wow.
one, 5 in a row.
I love the confidence, too. Just dots in the middle, send it.
11.
Jennifer's got like the classic European style form where you get set, you get hard into it, and you just push, pull, the whole thing goes off. Great follow through on the shot.
You know, the other thing I noticed shooting in Europe as well is that unbelievable shooting. Oh, 12 is called. Jennifer called it 12. But is the arrow wrap. It's something that we don't see a ton in the U.S., but Euros absolutely love it. So it's that little bit of wrap that's between the veins. It helps those veins to stick, and it's something that's very popular.
Oh, just low.
Low. Like the risk, though.
Now she was getting far enough behind that to catch up, and Matteja's, she's just rolling right now, so she had to try to make up some ground on her, and that's really the only way you can do it. And it's kind of fun in this format, being able to have a way to catch up to someone if they're getting on a roll, and maybe put some pressure on them, get a couple points back, and maybe make them make a mistake.
Yep. Let's get to Casey.
I like the challenge, and like you can make a mistake and you can make a mistake, shoot a 8, shoot a 5, then recover with a 12, which is kind of why I like Lancaster. You can make a 9, fix it with an 11.
Or a 12. We had Miss Jennifer go for the 12 over here. What made you decide to do that on the third end? Sometimes people wait till the fourth, but you went in for it on the third.
I felt I had some points to catch up on, so I thought, why not give it a try? Didn't go so well.
Hey, that's okay. Sometimes you got to be gutsy. All right. After 3 ends, we have Jennifer 89 and Matteja 97. We're going into the last.
And what's interesting is you have these two archers that have two completely different goals, right? Matteja is all about that 3D archery. She likes that risk reward. Jennifer, that we're looking at right here, is more along, even the form that you mentioned, is more along that traditional European line. Although, you know, what we're seeing lately is 3D archery is starting to make its way into Europe. It's very interesting, and you know, there might be some more tournaments popping up in Europe with 3D archery, but right now still target dominates.
Well, and you're starting to see a lot of more European people come over and shoot ASAs and things like that over here too. So.
9.
Ooh, that's a first miscue, big one that we've seen. It doesn't really open the door necessarily, but 11 here is going to do a lot.
11.
Okay, she's got 2 points back now, so it's a 6 point difference here.
All right, let's see how Metcalf deals with that 9. She just kind of told us about it too. I can make it up with an 11.
9.
Deep breath time.
Jennifer can shoot an 11 here, get back 2 more points. It's going to put it within reach if she can hit a 12. And Matteja shoots another 9. So
11.
there we go. 4-point swing and 2 arrows.
Does Jennifer hit the 12 button? That's the question.
10.
All right, so that's basically going to put this out of reach. Yeah, even if she hits a 12, she's going to be down by 1. So
Yeah, that's right. They just finished strong.
11.
great finish with a 33.
And somehow I don't feel this is the last we're going to see of Jennifer.
No.
I think she's got a bright future ahead. Here's Casey.
Unofficially, it looks like we have a winner. How are you feeling up there?
Pretty good.
Are the nerves still settling down a little bit, or still feeling pretty up there?
No, they're still spiked.
All right. Well, we'll have the judges get our official scores down there.
Yeah, with Jennifer only shooting 3.5 years, I think we're going to see plenty more of her coming along.
Yeah, I think so as well. Well, this is a shoot-up format, and so as we get the official score, we're going to say goodbye to Jennifer. She'll be taking $500 home with her and a 4th place finish, even though she was our 3rd place qualifier. So as Jennifer rolls off to applause, we're going to roll on here as your number 2 qualifier comes out.
Our next competitor is Zoe Woods from McHenry, Illinois. She is the 2024 Collegiate Vegas champion. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Now, that's quite a resume. We all know what Vegas is like. Big tournament, which in years past, this tournament's been very close, sometimes back to back. All right, they apparently
they know each other.
They know each other a little bit. A little bit.
Something tells me they've shot in a 3D course or time or two together.
That would be the guess.
So now with Zoe coming as a higher ranked archer, she gets to choose whether she wants to start first or wait for Matteja to shoot first.
And she also was able to move her off the spot. So she took Metcalf and moved her over to the left side here on this finals field, finals concrete.
Zoe's going to shoot first. That way she can kind of determine the flow of this and see if she can put some pressure on Matteja right off the bat here.
All right, that target face is sitting 18 meters or just shy of 20 yards downrange. It's your little high 9 off the bat. Kind of looks for us with the shadow. It might be a line toucher, but
Yeah, I think
they
that
get a
one's
better perspective there.
out just a bit.
11.
There.
Warmed up,
There you
coming
go.
off of a good win.
There we go. Good answer back there. So I got that first arrow nerves out of the way where she kind of feels a little more confident on where her arrow is going to land based on where her pin's sitting in the target. And wow, Matteja, another 11.
Rocking that University of Rio Grande Red Storm jersey.
10.
33 out of the gate would make a statement.
9.
Nope, she wasn't happy with that right when it left the bow. So
Let's give them a round of applause.
still going to go away from that with looks like possibly a 2-point lead, maybe a 1, depending on what the arrow value of the asterisk is called at. See if she gets an upgrade here once the judges look at it.
Let's go to Casey.
Some little handshake sort of thing going on at the beginning. I assume you two know each other?
Oh yeah, we're teammates.
Oh, so fun. Awesome. Well, tell me a little bit about your setup here today.
I got an elite verdict. I'm shooting some Excel bars, Excel sight, ultra view scope. I got an ultra view release, and then some super drive 27s.
And what strings are you shooting?
Just some factory ones for right now, but we'll get some gas ones on there soon.
Very nice. So, y'all are teammates. I assume you shoot against each other pretty often, but nothing like this, right?
This is the first time it's been like this competitive.
Well, it looks like y'all are having fun. All right, after the first end, we have a 1-point difference. Matteja has 31 and Zoe has 30.
Ladies and gentlemen, tune in to find out if this friendship makes it or not after this tournament.
Yeah, it looks like they're having a good time. I'm sure they've had some head-to-head matches just for fun in the club range there at the school where they're shooting at. It's kind of funny they're both teammates.
Yeah,
Get to go shoot against each other.
What a program they have going on. All right, of course, Zoe Woods, your collegiate Vegas champion from last year. And it shows that Woods can do it under pressure.
Yeah, it looks like they upgraded Zoe's that one arrow to an 11, so it's a 1-point match right now. Zoe shot a 644 qualifying score, which is pretty solid. And she nails down an 11 there. There we go, good answer back. Keeping that 1-point lead. Another little Taekwondo move there. Got her an 11 right on the edge. So that one arrow for Zoe looks like they called an 11, but it's got a 10 asterisk, so that one may get upgraded after the judges look at it. A little wobble there in Zoe's bow. A little long haul. She still is able to come away with an 11 there.
Yeah,
that one's for sure.
I think that was too on the back of a really strong bow arm on the release. Hold that bow right where it needed to be. And a 10.
Let's give these ladies a hand.
All right, let's go to Casey.
So tell me, how did you get into archery?
A local shop back home was having, like one of my friends were having a birthday party and I went and shot.
So what do you like about it? What keeps you going?
Losing.
Losing keeps you going. Most people say winning. Why is it losing?
It pushes me to do better.
I like it. A little bit of a different mindset there. So you say you're in college. What are you studying?
Business management with a minor in marketing.
Very nice. And what do you plan on doing with that in the future?
Not sure. Hopefully something within the archery world, but we'll see.
Just shooting a bow for now.
Oh yeah, shooting as long as I can.
I like it. All right. After our second end, we still have a 1 point difference. Matteja with 62 and Zoe with 63.
This is a great stage, too, to make a name in archery. You know, obviously, Matteja on the Matthews staff. But the one thing about this tournament is that the bigwigs of archery come out to Lancaster, and they take a look at young talent. Who are the people potentially sponsorship? And it's not just about results. It's about meeting these people. It's about getting to know the athlete and looking at the character of the shooter as well. And it's definitely can be a huge help moving forward in the sport of archery.
9.
Boy, I gotta say, I really like Zoe's bow arm. Like, I like the way she gets through her release and doesn't mess a lot with the bow arm when the shot goes off.
11.
So looks like we had a 2 point swing there for Matteja. 73-72. Good comeback there. You saw her hand there. Shot was running a little bit long. You start seeing her fingers extend a little bit, getting a little bit of tension in there. You see she's starting really pushing through that bow arm.
Ooh, so after getting a couple of points back, gave them away.
Now we're back right to where we were when we started this end. So we up by 1. Nice strong bow arm there.
10.
Let's give these ladies a round of applause.
Casey Koffel calling for a round of applause as she gets ready to talk to Zoe.
Crowd you're watching from home that you want to say hi to?
I'll say hi to all my family and friends. I know they're watching. Not here, but oh, I know they're watching.
Well, good. How are you feeling up on the stage? Are the nerves settling out a little bit?
Oh yeah, it's nice here. Good lighting, actually.
Well, good. That's good to hear. Now tell me, who do you have standing in your coach's box today?
That is my coach back home. It's a little awkward because my coach at school and my coach back home are right here.
Gotcha. Well, how do you think this match is going so far, sir?
She's doing really well. Really proud of her.
Awesome. Well, we have one end left to go. Matteja 92, Zoe 94. Remember that 12 button is there for you.
Friends, teammates, the friendship teetering on a win or a loss. Metcalf saying that losing motivates her. 2021 Lancaster Archery Classic here at the Women's Open compound.
Final end, 2 point lead for Zoe.
Winner of this match guaranteeing themselves a second place in this tournament. That is a good looking target right there. Watch the thumb too.
11.
After this shot, I think Matteja is going to have to look at maybe hitting that 12 button if she's going to want to catch up here. See what kind of score she gets. And her shooting second, she's going to have a little bit of advantage because she's going to know if she's has a chance to win this. 11 there is going to possibly put it out of touch. See what she hits here, and I would probably hit that 12 button on the last shot.
10.
Yep, she's going to have to go for it.
Yeah.
Yep, her coach is telling her to push the button.
here. Long hold. 30-second clock. Ooh.
Yep, she's hitting it here. 12 points. She'd still be down 2. No, she could tie it here if she hits this 12.
Mm-hmm.
9.
Oh, just high.
Just tall.
Just tall.
You see them talking to each other.
Yeah, they're having a little conversation off camera.
All right, that was our last end.
All righty, let's get to Casey.
A little bit short, but how are you feeling?
I'm good.
Was it fun to shoot against your friend here?
Oh yeah.
Looks like y'all are having a good time. And unofficially, it looks like Zoe will be moving on. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good.
So far, so good? You think you're settling in a little bit more?
Oh yeah. The more I'm shooting, the more I'm settling.
Great. Well, it looks like you will be moving on, waiting on official confirmation. All right, it is official. Zoe will be moving on, but congratulations to Matteja. She'll be taking home $1,000 for 3rd place. Congratulations.
All right, good shooting.
Not a bad payday for coming out and shooting your bow.
Not too bad. Get to shoot with your friend.
Yeah.
And for Matteja, she mentioned a little bit more motivation. I kind of like that answer, though.
Good competitive mentality there.
Yeah. Winning's fun.
All right, we have
But
our
it's
next
about
competitor coming out. The
that
first
adversity,
seed,
right?
Jamilee Moore from Matthews, North Carolina. She is a 4-time ASA national champion and coming in 2nd twice at the Classic, including last year.
Jamilee's getting to be a very normal sight on this stage and in big tournaments. I know she shoots very, very well. So I'm actually not very surprised to see her up here.
Yeah.
A qualifying score of 642. So she must have shot some amazing matches and had great scores there for her to jump up above Zoe, who shot a 644 qualifying. So again, that goes back to every arrow counts in this format. So once you qualify, you still got to shoot great scores through all your matches.
All right, so for Moore from Matthews, North Carolina, but doesn't shoot a Matthews, shoots an Elite. Don't get that confused, people.
I thought she was from Elite, North Carolina.
Oh, there you go. Not sure if we have one of those. All right, 18 meters downrange or 20 yards.
Jamilee had the choice, but she chose to shoot second. So she can kind of judge what she has to do based on how Zoe is shooting.
11.
Good, strong lead-off arrow for Zoe. Changing the platforms didn't affect her at all.
Mm-mm.
Jamilee just a little off to the left there. Didn't see her make any sight adjustments there, so maybe just pin broke over there and still feels fairly confident where her next arrow is going to hit.
11.
Okay. From our perspective, it's a 10 asterisk. That just means that from our scoring perspective, they're going to have another look at it, wait for the judges to really tell us what the score is.
Yep, Jamilee with a strong 11 on that second shot there. That one looks a little closer than the last one. I can kind of see the line being pushed in there a little bit. So that one's solid 11. Jamilee with her 3rd arrow of this end. Great shot. She looks very composed up there. Tell she's been here a time or two.
Here's Casey.
Jamilee, welcome back to the Classic stage. How are you doing?
Good.
Tell me a little bit about your equipment here. What all are you shooting?
The Elite Exalt 35, True Ball Release, Hamsky Rest, AXL Sight, Shrewd Scope, Bee Stinger Stabilizers, Thread Strings, and Gold Tip Arrows.
Very nice. Well, you're shooting it well. Now, Zoe, We've been talking a lot about archery stuff, but other than archery, what do you like to do?
I like hanging out with my friends, but most of the time I'm in the range. I love it. It's just so much fun.
Well, that's good. That's why you're here, spending a lot of time in the range.
Yeah.
All right. After our first end, we have a 1-point lead for Zoe, 33, and Jamilee, 32.
And Dan, looking at Jamilee's setup, you can tell what her roots are, those ASA roots. You look at it, you know, shooting a pin with a light on it, a drop away rest, and those 4 fletch arrows. And that's been a hot topic of conversation lately is those 4 vanes. Do you go 3? Do you go 4? What is your preference when you shoot?
Indoor, I typically shoot a 3 fletch. I shoot a blade, so it's kind of hard to get clearance with 4 fletch. You can do it, but it's a little tougher to get clearance on it.
All right, second end to decide who is your 2025 Lancaster Archery Classic champ in the women's open category.
11.
Zoe with a strong start here, 4 straight 11s. Put the pressure on Jamilee. Say Jamilee's done very well here at the Classic. She's got 2 seconds and 1/3, so looking for the upgrade on this year.
Is this the revenge tour? Trying to get that #1 spot.
So calm and collected. Not much movement, not much shaking, barely seeing anything move.
11.
That one's going to be another one's probably going to have an asterisk on it. See, it looks like she's shooting a little smaller arrow. She might be shooting a 23 and Zoe's shooting a 27. So you don't have quite as much forgiveness as far as where the arrow lands. You got to be a little bit closer to the middle to hit the X, but the 27s can be a little bit tougher to tune.
Yeah, definitely.
11.
There's a good solid 11.
That's always a good debate, Dan. You know, when people are looking at it, it's like, we've heard it before. It's like, oh, I'm shooting 23s and I'm shooting 27s. Like, but 23s shoot better with the 27s in diameter. It's just kind of a mental thing you've got to deal with.
Yeah, and you've got to look at draw weight, draw length, things like that. Sometimes with your lighter pounded, shorter draw length or longer draw length, sometimes you can get those 27s to tune a little bit easier if you've got a little bit higher draw weight and draw length.
All right, so what's clean so far after 2 ends? Perfect score. If you're just joining us, it's 21st Lancaster Archery Classic.
11s all around. Great shooting, ladies.
So it looks like we've got a perfect score, so possibly a 1-point difference as Casey Koffel takes over.
You look so calm up there. You're just doing your thing. What's the process? What's going through your head?
I'm just happy to be here, really. I'm just up there. I'm just enjoying my sight moving. It's a good time up here.
Well, good. You seem like you're just all chill. Coach, any words of advice? She's obviously doing well, but what do you have to say?
I'm just here for her. She knows how to do what she needs to do, and she's doing a great job of it.
There you go. Nice shooting to you as well. How are you feeling up there?
Pretty good.
Now, something like this, so you got the crowd, the cameras, the lights, everything. How do you prepare for it?
I don't know.
You just shoot your bow?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like it's working great.
Whatever.
All right. We have 1 end left, a 1-point match. Zoe leads.
So have you ever tried to do anything to try to simulate pressure of shooting in a finals venue before?
The biggest thing I do is try to shoot in as many different places as I can. Because you get comfortable in a place, even at your local club, shooting against different guys every day. If you get to go to multiple different places and shoot against multiple different people, it just gives you a little bit of uncertainty, a little bit of unknown every time you go to a different place.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I was trying some things. Paul Tedford, actually, retired archer, won this tournament before. He used to do Facebook Lives and would put the camera on the target, you know. And what I found for me, I was like, wait, who's down there watching? Who's making comments? Right?
Yeah.
So it would actually distract me more than it would put pressure on. But people have done some crazy things to try to simulate it. But there's nothing like being here on this stage in front of this crowd.
Yeah.
Nothing prepares you for it.
And Jamilee just prepares for this by making the stage every year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%.
It actually looks like that 111 we had last in for Jamilee Moore got downgraded to a 10. So we've got a 2-point lead for Zoe, who started off this end very well with another 11, and Jamilee started off with an 11.
11.
Saw a little bit of movement on that bow arm.
Yep.
Just kind of broke maybe a little low.
You can see that right after the shot broke, her bow went up a little bit, and it hit a little bit low in the 11, but it was still solid.
What a shot process Jamilee has.
Yeah, she looks super solid at full draw.
Taking her time, letting the shot develop.
There's another one you saw her bow go up. Didn't quite catch that one there, so see if Jamilee can take advantage and get another point back on her here. There it is. And those are all solid. There won't be any downgrades on this end.
Here's Casey.
All right, that's some great shooting. Now, this is your third time on the classic stage, correct?
Third or fourth, yes.
Third or fourth? How does this time compare to the previous events?
About the same.
About the same? Now, we know you shot well in eliminations to get here, but how did you qualify?
I qualified second.
That's amazing. Wow. Let's give her a hand. Both of these ladies are shooting amazing.
So it looks like the official score is in, so it's going to be a 1-point difference between Woods and Moore.
Looks like we have official confirmation. This time we do have one end left and a 1-point difference.
So
Zoe leads
one
by
final
1.
end to go.
97 to Zoe's 98.
Now, one thing was I did see Woods, her coach was talking to her after those last couple shots and just gave her the calm down, doesn't matter, things are the way they are, you know, just go ahead and do it.
Yep. Zoe's got a 1-point lead, so she can. We'll see if Jamilee's going to go first or second here. She's going to go second, so she knows what she's going to have to do at the end. So if Zoe shoots all 3 11s here, she can hit the 12 at the very end to try to make it a tie score if she shoots 11s all the way through as well. Nice recovery after that last 10.
And you just saw it come off the bow and just looked perfect.
Yep.
Didn't it?
Jamilee here going to try to keep the pressure on her. Nice.
Yep. And now Zoe Woods got to keep the pressure on.
Now if Jamilee can shoot an 11 here, she's going to take a 1-point lead. Nice, so she now takes the lead, so Zoe, she shoots an 11. All Jamilee has to do is shoot another 11 to win, or shoot a 10 to tie.
There you go.
Have us go to our first shoot off of the day. There we go.
All that time in the range paying off.
Jamilee needs an 11 to win, 10 to tie. You can see your green pin lit up there.
11.
There we go. What an ending.
Got it when she needed it.
Wow.
Oh, that one arrow for Woods.
Nice shooting, ladies. We'll let those judges get our scores confirmed.
So if this is
Now, Zoe,
confirmed,
started off with 11. Second arrow
Go,
had a little
Casey.
bit of a flub, had a 9, but you came back beautifully with that last 11. What was the thought process between those 2 shots? How did you come back?
I just keep telling myself every arrow is my first arrow and just happy I'm up here. You know, I had one last shot and I knew that, so just strong shot.
Well, very nice shooting.
I think, Dan, if you look at it though, in the position that Woods was in at the time, and having the ability to get after that 12 to push us into that.
Yeah, when you've got the lead, though, I mean, it's hard to want to put the pressure on them when you know all you got to do is shoot 11s, and then you have to put the pressure on Jamilee to hit that 12 button to win.
Yeah.
So, but nice to see Jamilee get her first win on the Lancaster stage here after a couple seconds and a third.
Yeah. And here's Casey.
Lady of many words, Coach. How are you feeling?
I'm happy. It's been 11 years.
Been working together 11 years? Yeah, awesome. Well, congratulations. Do you have anybody you want to shout out at home, say thank you to?
My grandma and my grandpa are watching. I have a bunch of friends watching.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, both of you ladies. Let's give them a hand.
Big shooter Keith Ahlstrom working with her 11 years. It's impressive. So a big win for Elite as well. And that was great. What a final for the Women's Open, as it's been decided after 2 second place in the third. Jamilee Moore, now your champion here at the 2025 Lancaster Archery Classic from Spooky Sports Complex. More archery right around the corner.